If I earned $1 for every hour I spent working, and I hope you can see me doing air quotes right now, on my business without actually selling anything, I would be retired, living in a castle built entirely out of like abandoned Canva graphics and half finished funnels. Okay. But if you're feeling exhausted, but your Stripe account still looks like a ghost town, it's not your ambition that's broken. It's your dopamine. And that's a real struggle for ADHD entrepreneurs. So, inside today's episode, I really want to dive into, exactly why not all productivity is progress and why dopamine chasing keeps you stuck and broke. Let's talk about it. Let's chat about it. 3 days, okay? 3 days. I once spent 3 entire days. It was actually a weekend. My husband was out of town. All right. My kids, it was a rainy weekend. He was out of town for something with work. I don't even remember. And so for about 12 hours, 3 full days, I sat down at my desk obsessing over building a funnel. Perfect color match, right? The perfect fonts, the animated email GIFs. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful. And there was one tiny little problem. I never launched it. Not because I didn't care, not because it wasn't up to par, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I could have sold that funnel for probably thousands of dollars. But because once creating was over, the creating part of it, my dopamine dipped and my brain bailed on actually asking for money. At that point, I wasn't running a business. I was cosplaying productivity. And it's hilarious because I'm actually a certified high performance coach and I am an extremely high performing person. Okay. I'm driven. I'm self motivated. I don't need anyone to tell me how awesome I am because I fucking already know it. But that doesn't mean that I don't do fake productivity, right? We all do. And the most important thing that I want you to get out of this episode is recognizing it when it happens, but also recognizing that it's probably the reason you don't have the results you want right now in your business because you are fake working. And that is not the only time. Okay. There was another time, there's probably thousands of times, but these are just ones that I can remember off the bat. There was another time I spent an entire Saturday. Again, my husband must have been gone because usually if he's home, I do prioritize obviously being out with my husband and my kids. And I spent an entire Saturday designing 17 new Instagram graphics. Very specific number, I know. New templates, new fonts, even like a color coded folder system because this time it was going to be different, right? I was going to be more organized. And I never posted any of them. They're somewhere at the very bottom of my Canva. But pretty does not mean profitable. All right. And busy isn't the same as bankable. Your bank is not going to take those 17 Canva graphics and give a shit. They're not going to pay your mortgage with it. So the hard truth here is you're not too busy to sell. Okay. You're just too distracted to finish anything. Every Canvas spiral, every endless email draft, every color tweaking rabbit hole, it's your ADHD brain chasing micro hits of dopamine instead of micro wins in your business. And you don't need more energy. You need energy pointed at the finish line. Okay. You need energy pointed at the result. And right now, you're allowing your creative brain, which is great and it's amazing. And it's part of the reason you are going to be so successful when you learn how to harness it. But right now, you're allowing it to take all of your time, not because you don't have enough time, but because you're avoiding doing the selling part. And this is exactly what I work on with my students inside the ADHDpreneur Academy is we look at building systems because I strongly believe that you need to allow your creativity to run. You need to allow yourself to have those hyper focus, 12-hour days. I thrive on those. But you also have to learn where to draw the line of what is productive and what is your buffering. Okay. Because you're not busy, you're buffering. And so I want to, of course, give you some tactical things here because I'm super tactical. I don't like all the fake concept bullshit. All right. So I want to walk you through kind of what changed everything for me here. And I hope you've saved this episode. If you haven't already, you might want to do that. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. But these are a couple things that I do in my business every single week to make sure that I'm moving the needle forward and not just staying busy. Okay. So first and foremost, I have a finish list. All right. And I teach my students inside the ADHDpreneur Academy. I actually give them all of my ClickUp templates. I have an entire system that I've built. I love ClickUp, but I have 3 major priorities each week. And none of them are usually design new graphics. It might be finish a funnel, or it might be something of that sort where there's graphics involved, but there is absolutely no need for me to spend 12, 15 hours designing graphics. How many freaking graphics my Canva already has? Not to mention AI can pretty much do it for you in like a minute now, but that's none of them. So I have a finish list that has priorities every week. 3 top priorities, and they're not always business. They're not always business. Sometimes they're personal. Sometimes they have to do it with my nonprofit. Sometimes they might have to do it with one of my other businesses. And the reason for that is because a lot of times when I allow myself to get distracted or go on these 12-hour Canva spirals, something gets put on the back burner, and it might be something for my personal life. And so I have kind of a check-in with myself every afternoon to see what was accomplished. And then I also have Fridays. I have a 4-day work week in Socially Awesome, and Fridays are my flex day. And so if I do want to spiral and I do want to play around in Canva, or I want to test a new software or something like that, that's not really moving the needle in my business. That is me allowing myself to be creative. And so I use my Friday time for that, my flex time for that. I also schedule my doctor's appointments, my hair appointments, that kind of stuff on Fridays too. That's why I went to a 4-day work week. So I didn't feel like I was always behind. But most importantly, my finish list needs to be things that are moving the needle in my business, right? So that might be something that's PR related, right? Pitching myself to some podcast, getting out in front of other people's audiences. Maybe that's getting my emails finished so that I'm actually making offers in people's inboxes. Maybe that's batching my content because I know that I'm about to go out of town for the weekend and I'm not going to be online. I'm not going to be plugged in. Maybe that's, sending invoices that have been past due. That FYI, I don't have past due invoices because they're automated, but something that is a priority in my business, 3 of them every week. Do I have a running to-do list of about 185 things? Absolutely. But only 3 of them are allowed to be priority. Because if I prioritize too many things, nothing is a priority. And because we know as ADHD people, our energy is affected by our emotions. If I have too many priorities, I can guarantee none of them are going to get done because there's probably going to be a day or multiple days in that week where my energy is lower. The second thing that I do is dopamine selling rewards. So I don't let myself tinker until I've made a real offer first. And so what I mean by that is I don't believe in I time block, but it looks a lot different than what a productivity coach would tell you. Productivity coaches are time blocked down to the minute. And while I have it on my calendar that way, it's not so tight to where there's no flexibility in there. Let me dive into this a little bit further. I am not like 8 to 9 to do this, 10 to 10 to do this. I have flexibility in there, okay? And I set alarms to hold myself accountable throughout the day, but I don't let myself do tinkering projects until my most important work is done first. So maybe I've gotten a new software that I wanted to try out or I wanted to play with, or maybe I've been wanting to tweak that lead magnet, or maybe I wanted to update the colors on my link in bio. I don't allow myself to do that stuff until my selling tasks are done for the day. Once my content's been posted, my DMs have been responded to, my students have been answered, then. So a lot of my craft or creative projects are either late night projects. And yes, sometimes I work late night. Sometimes I unplug when my kids get off the bus and I plug back in when they go to bed. I allow myself to do that. And that's the beauty of being in charge of my schedule. I force myself to make real offers first before I go into tinker projects. Now, I do have 1 day a week that is my back end projects. So like my funnels, my emails, anything of that sort. And so that day, I get up first thing in the morning, I do any selling task I need to do, and then the rest of the day, I allow myself just to tinker. Is that super productive? Sometimes, but it allows me to stay super focused the other 3 days a week. And because I'm super focused the other 3 days a week, I don't even need that 4th day because I'm getting more done in 3 days than most people get done in 5. So this also allows me to not feel guilty when my creativity does run wild. I used to feel so guilty because I'm like, man, I spent 12 hours in Canva today and I have absolutely nothing to show for it. I don't feel guilty anymore because I have blocked that day in my calendar for me to run wild and try out anything, research anything, watch YouTube videos, whatever I wanted to do to satisfy my dopamine. The third thing that I do is, urgency without drama. Deadlines are dopamine. And it's funny because I've always known this, but my husband points it out all the time. And he's also ADHD, but we are two very different neurodivergent. And it's funny because I give myself fake deadlines all the time. And usually I'll do that until it becomes like muscle memory to finish first. Because it's not really about hustling harder. It's about hacking your energy the right way. And I'll give myself these fake deadlines, right? So we were recently coming back from our trip to the mountains, and I had decided that my first book, it's called What Now Mama, was going to be published by April 30th. And I think this was the first weekend of April. Yeah. So I gave myself like 30 days, like, okay, it's going to be finished. And it's kind of funny because at the time of recording this, it's not April 30th yet. I've got 2 days left. And it is set up on Amazon KDP to publish, but I am probably going to have to push it back because my author copy is not even here yet for me to like see it in person. Long story short, I was like, April 30th, it's happening. It's happening. He was like, "Who do you have a publisher or somebody? Like, is there somebody that's holding you? Like, why are you rushing this?" I said, "I'm not rushing it. The book has been finished." Actually, I started writing a business book and I noticed I was putting so much about being an autism mom in it because that is a huge reason of why my business was started. If you don't know my story, you can go back and look that up or listen. I've talked about it so many times in so many episodes, but I was like, this isn't a business book. This is more about being an autism mom. And so I realized I needed to tell that story first so that then I could tell my business story. So I decided to separate them, and one book turned into two. But it's Autism Awareness Month, and we recently started our nonprofit Cadence Corner. And so I wanted this book to be a fundraiser for Cadence Corner. And so with it being Autism Awareness Month, I was like, why didn't I think of this sooner? Now is the perfect time. And it's been done on my Google Drive for a while. I just knew it needed to be edited and formatted for KDP. And I just kept putting it off. And so I gave myself a fake deadline of April 30th. And so the whole way back from Tennessee, I was hotspotting on my phone, on my laptop, formatting and editing and reading it again, reading it again. I even had ChatGPT read it out loud to me because I wanted to grammar check it. And he's like, why? Like, why are you being so neurotic? It doesn't have to be done by the 30th. And I was like, it has to be done, What else am I going to do in the car for like 9.5 hours, right? My kids want to watch movies. They got their headphones in. They don't want to play I Spy. So it's the perfect time. He listens to, I don't know, political podcasts. So I'm just like, it's the absolute perfect time. I give myself fake deadlines. I do it all the time. And any mentor I've ever had will tell you that as well. So I recently sent some content to my current mentor to review, and I said, I will have this done by Friday. And she's like, don't rush it. And I said, I will have this done by Friday. I have to give myself a deadline. If there is no ETA, I am going to put it off and put it off and put it off. So whatever you've been putting off in your business right now, it needs a deadline. And that's part of the beauty of mentorship is you have someone to hold you accountable. But even if it's a fake deadline, you have to give yourself a deadline. And it doesn't always mean it's going to happen that way. There's been many times my deadlines got pushed because of something that came up, or maybe it wasn't ready, or maybe it didn't feel aligned to me. But I do know that if I say I'm going to do something and there is no deadline, it definitely won't get done. So give yourself some urgency without drama. And that's honestly exactly what I focus on with my students in ADHD Entrepreneur Academy is, setting those goals and then how do we get to them? How do we build systems to hold us accountable to them so that our business is running even on the days that we don't have energy? Because we don't need to glorify busy. We monetize momentum. And so if you're feeling like the busiest unpaid CEO out there, it's because you are not prioritizing the selling in your business and you're chasing that dopamine that you get of creativity, of checking things off your list. But the only thing standing between you and the consistent income in your business that you want is all the half-built genius-ass ideas you haven't finished yet. And that's because you're not holding yourself accountable to progress, right? You're holding yourself accountable to pretty or perfection. That is not going to get you the results that you want in your business. So make sure you check the show notes. I'll have some information in there on my programs, Focused and Free Membership, or the ADHD Entrepreneur Academy. This is exactly what I work with you on, is how do we get you unstuck so that you can start seeing results. And I actually have a guest speaker coming on the podcast next week. She is going to break down so many of these barriers for you. So make sure that you are subscribed so you can hear when I talk with Lachelle next week, because it's absolutely incredible what she has. She has a very specific system. I'm not going to spoil any of the details on how to get your nervous system in check and how to finally give yourself permission to get the results in your business that you want. So, as always, if any of this resonated with you, throw a screenshot in your stories, tag me at socially.awesome on Instagram. I want to celebrate you. I want to share you with my audience. If any of this really spoke to you, shoot me a voice message on IG and just be like, hey, I just listened to, episode one. This struck me. And of course, if you have any questions about working together, I'd love to talk with you about that as well. But until you realize that you are the only thing standing in your way, it's not your ADHD, it's not your creativity, it's not that you're flaky, until you understand that you're not stepping into your zone of genius and being effective with it, you're going to continue to struggle in your business. And there's no reason for that. So until next time, make it simple, make it social, make it awesome. Bye, guys.